Hey guys, what's up? My name is Hayden from the Magical Killer Cow YouTube channel, and today I'm back with another video for you guys. This one, I have some important news about Team Fortress 2 and a couple of the updates that have been announced on the teamfortress.com website, and I'm going to go over them today, give my opinions, and pretty much ask you guys what your opinions on these updates are, and I want to know what you guys think. But before I get started, I want to remind you guys that I'm still doing the month-long streaming challenge over at twitch.tv/Magical Killer Cow. The link is, of course, down below in the description bar if you'd like to go ahead and follow me on Twitch. That is still going on. But without further ado, let's go ahead and head on over to the information that I have stored in this beautiful notepad document in front of me. Now, on July 5th, 2012, an update onto teamfortress.com came up called Move These Maps Up. And it was basically a post highlighting the different things in Badwater and a bunch of other maps that were broken. Such as Badwater, you can get into the blue spawn whilst you're on the red team with teleports. You can sentry jump to the roof of one of the Badwater points, so you can pretty much put a sentry up there and just completely rain havoc down onto people. And there's a bunch of other maps that have these exploits, and Valve have recognized this, and they're going to be fixing them in the new update, which is basically going to be able to stop excluding newcomers, which is something that I never really thought about, because I always thought, why would you fix this? Like, I know that they're broken and it should be fixed, but I don't see anything too bad about them, and why did they wait so long to fix them? But it's really excluding a lot of the newcomers that have only just started playing this game, and then there's this guy with a sentry up on this roof that you can't even get to normally, and you're completely, like, disregarded and completely pushed out the way. And I feel like this is actually a great idea of kind of including some newcomers back into the game. And even more importantly, there are two new maps, CP Process and CP Standing. CP Process and CP Standing both played in competitive for a while. I haven't had a chance to play CP Standing too much, but Process is one of my favoritist maps in the existence of ever, and I am very excited to see that included to the game. Now, that was done. We saw this post, and then we thought that was it. We're just going to wait a few days and hopefully we'll get the update. But move these weapons up. Weapons, not maps this time, posted on July 8th. Basically talked about some underpowered and overpowered weapons. Now, the battalion's backup, one of the weapons that I've completely disregarded as a weapon now and is completely useless, is finally useful, or finally will be useful. Now, if you don't know, the battalion's backup is a weapon that gives damage resistance and charges by taking damage. So you'd be taking damage and this would charge up, and then it'd give you some damage resistance, but it will be charged by dealing damage now, because they said that most people are normally dead by the time it fully charges, and it will give even more resistance. So it's actually a viable weapon now, which I'm all excited for. And the one that I'm even more excited for is the Dead Ringer nerf. You know that Dead Ringer that's completely OP, and if you use the Dead Ringer, you're invincible to everybody? Yeah, that's finally getting nerfed. Now, of course, it's still going to work in the same way the Dead Ringer already does. After you take some damage with the Dead Ringer up, it will feign your death, but every bit of damage taken after you feign your death will actually drain your cloak, so you won't be able to just completely sit with that Dead Ringer up, taking almost no damage for almost eternity. So it's finally balanced. It's starting to become a place and a time where Valve are really recognizing what's going on and what needs to be done. And a little side note onto the Move These Weapons Up post was kind of the item sets here. There's the Croco style kit, which basically makes you immune to headshots, and it's kind of, there's some weapons in there that you don't know if the person's using, so they're going to be trying to balance that and trying to sort those sets out. But personally, I think that this update is incredible. Some of the weapons and the maps that we've been complaining about, and people have complained about in the community, haven't taken too kindly to for months, if not years now, they're finally being recognized. They're finally being shown as, look, these are a problem. Valve, you really need to start doing something. And I've been a stern believer that Valve really need to start using their community aspects that they have, but they're not using. Like, they have all these places that people post stuff from the community. They have the workshop where people can post their items that they've modeled themselves, yet they're very rarely added to the game. And I don't know what's going to come after these updates. You know, after this Move These Maps Up and Move These Weapons Up, there may be another one move these classes up, and they're going to introduce a 10th class. I don't know, but all I know is that Valve are finally recognizing that the community has a need, and they're finally accommodating to it. And recently they talked with some competitive players, and they're kind of addressing to start bringing Highlander into standalone TF2, and this is just kind of showing that Valve, whilst I've kind of thought, yes, they're kind of a community-based company, but they're not completely surrounded and focused on the community, they're really stepping it up. And if anybody from Valve is watching, which I highly doubt, I want to say thank you to everybody there that is finally starting to do something about these things. The Dead Ringer has been a pet hate for me for a very long time. The new maps, CP Process and CP Standing, we haven't had any new maps in a while, and maybe we'll see some new weapons implemented as well. The Move These Weapons Up post did also mention a little bit about some weapons that are there, and some weapons that are a problem, and it kind of goes over a bit about how they want to add more, and hopefully they will. Hopefully we'll be able to see some incredible new things implemented into the game, but we're just going to have to wait, and I really enjoy that. Just the idea that, we're not going to just go, and we're not going to get all these new things then be done with it in a week. We're going to know about it, they're going to hype it up, and I'm going to link you all to the posts down below. I definitely recommend you go ahead and check those out down below, because they are very good reads, and they will basically give you a little bit of information on what Valve intends to do. But my name's been Hayden. Thank you so much to everybody that's watched this video. Be sure to click that big juicy subscribe button below to be notified when I go live, to be notified when I post a new video. So I've been streaming for a very long time as well, for the past month, doing a month-long streaming challenge, and I made a video about that a few videos ago, so be sure to read that or watch that as well. Be sure to click that like button down below if you like this video, or dislike if you didn't. My name's been Hayden, and I will see you all in the next one.